Alright, welcome to Survival So. I'm going to do an unboxing of my large survival tin. As you know, I have 3 components of my survival kit. 3 different size tins. One tin that you fit in your pocket, one tin that's loosely fitted so that you can grab and go, and this is a large tin. Ideally, I have either larger stuff in here for survival or items that are going to be more useful in a long-term situation. So let's go ahead and open it up. Don't mind my little slug friend here. I believe there's also a centipede somewhere. Don't know where he went, but right on the top we got some tri-oral rehydration salts. This will help replenish your electrolytes when you're on the go. We're just basically a water enhancer. Helps you out if you're having a serious emergency, when you're low on water, low on electrolytes, when you need to replenish electrolytes. Say for example you're having a lot of diarrhea, that can be a killer in a survival situation. So it's good to have some of those. You'll notice that I have a bunch of fishing gear as well. So I do have some food. This is an exact bar. Bit of protein. It's got a few vitamins and minerals. Yeah, see if I can leave that up there. This is just a little bit of fuel to get you going, or to get you started, and we have some gear that's going to help you obtain food for that energy for a longer term survival situation, or let's say overnight to perhaps 3 days. In a survival situation you can last quite a while without food, but at least you have something to keep you going. And I have a Jolly Rancher for a bit of a morale boost on top of that. But anything longer than 3 weeks, you're going to be wanting some way of procuring some food. And so for that we have some fishing gear and a little bit of hunting gear. So for the hunting gear, we got some snare wire. You can build some traps. There's a bunch of other things that you can do with the wire, but essentially you want to have one that's going to be suitable for making traps. I like that this is green. It can kind of visually hide your traps a little bit better. And we also have an elastic here, the rubber band part of a slingshot, and some ammo as well. So you can hunt some small game with that, maybe some rabbits or squirrels, and give you just a bit more energy to keep you going. So for the fishing gear, I got fishing line.
Where's the guy here?
What's that?
The guy.
They went that way. They were looking for some salmon.
Salmon?
Yeah, because one of the guys said he saw some. Yeah, just down that way. Yes, we got some bobbers. This is a stringer. Once you catch the fish, you don't want to let them get away, so you can kind of string them up and keep them in the water so that they stay alive, preserve them a little bit longer. If you're catching quite a few, or you just don't want it to go bad, you want to make that food last a little bit longer. It obviously depends on like how long your original stay is intended to be versus how long you might actually end up being there. This is an automatic fishing device, so I forget exactly how to use it. It's always good to refresh your own memory on things like this. I believe this is illegal to use, so it's not something you'd use on your regular trips. But in a survival situation, pretty much anything goes. So this is going to help you catch fish, maybe while you're making traps, or gathering wood for a fire, and you just kind of leave this on its own, and it'll help reel in that fish for you. Along with that, I have some hooks, weights, jigs, swivels, all kinds of stuff here, and some fake bait that I can use as well. I got some extra string. You can also use that as fishing line. It's basically thread. So having extra cordage, with the stringer, with, extra line. I also have a whole bunch of paracord. And I believe there's also fishing line in this one. So it's kind of a survivor cord. It's also got some jute twine for starting a fire. And you can see there's a bunch of strands in there. You can actually pull this out and use this for small lashings. And then it's in bright yellow, and it's got reflective. This is going to help you be seen at night, or so that you don't trip on it. And using bright colors is going to help you get noticed a lot better. So you want to actively be trying to be rescued in a survival situation. Along with that, I have a couple of different ways of starting a fire. That being a ferro rod. So this one's quite the beefy bit. Doesn't have a handle, just has some paracord running through the hole. And I got a scraper to go along with it. So you can kind of use the entire length of the ferro rod if you want to. So just having something this large is going to be a lot easier to start a fire. And in the winter, maybe you're wearing some gloves. Some of those smaller ferro rods are a little bit more difficult to hold on to. Why can't I get this going? Scrape off some of the old bits. There we go. Right. Oh. Setting my sheath on fire there. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier to use. You have such a long amount of strike surface. Along with that, I have some Titan storm matches. This is from Yuko. These are probably the largest storm matches that I've seen on the market. It's pretty much the length of my thumb, and this is gonna burn for quite a bit, and it's got a substantial amount of wood, so starting fire is going to be a lot easier with this. In the winter, or if you're wet and cold, you don't want to mess around. These things are going to get your fire started, but that doesn't mean that you have a fire. You still have to make sure you have enough fuel and resources to build on that and keep it going throughout the night. What else do I have here? On the point of rescue, this is a multi-use item. The orange is going to be good to help signal, to use as a signaling panel, but this is also a space blanket. So this can help build onto your shelter, and it can be used in a medical scenario where you're in shock, and that can be used to help treat shock or hypothermia. Oh, there's quite a few people coming. I'm going to pause it for now. I'm just on a hiking trail right now. Quite a few people just came and walked by. So I just kind of paused the video real quick and just rearranged some of the items here. So all the food stuff is kind of in the same place. I got the fire stuff over here. I'm going to go on to the water. This is the Sawyer Mini Squeeze. This is going to be a way of filtering the water. So I always like to have 3 different methods of pretty much everything. So in the overall survival kit, I definitely have 3 different ways of starting fire. And in this kit, in this tin alone, I have 3 different ways of collecting and purifying the water. So you can collect the water in the tin or a Ziploc bag, and you can treat it with some cadmium pure tabs. It's water purification tabs. So you would collect water, you would boil it, you could filter it, boil it, and purify it. Three different ways of making sure your water is safe. You could always do all three if that's what you prefer. But three different ways of whatever you need to do. It's kind of like a rule of threes. There's different rule of threes in survival. Rule of three in terms of needs: 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in extreme temperature, and 3 minutes without oxygen. So that's the general rule of your pyramid of needs. And in terms of gear that you want to have with you, 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is none. So you always want to make sure you have 3 different ways of starting fire, 3 different ways of collecting and purifying your water, etc., etc. Some people have 3 of each item, but you can only fit so much in one of these tins, and the more you add, the heavier the tin is going to be. So we'll get on to the last couple items. This is the Mora knife, Eldris, I believe it's called. It's a very small knife, right? And it's got very nice handle, ergonomic, and got a bit of grippy texture. That's going to help you do quite a bit of woodworking with just something like this. Oh, just some fish eggs. Anything else in there? Okay. And the last item is a Leatherman multi-tool. So I wanted to put the genuine high-quality multi-tool in here. It has the 3 things you want in the wild: a knife. This one's a combo edge. A saw. And it also has an awl. But what's great about this particular multi-tool is that it has a couple extra features, including, let's see if I can take it out here. This has a ferro rod to help you start fires, so it's a secondary. It's much smaller than the one that I included in this kit, but it's still capable of starting fires. And it also includes a whistle. So I don't want to really blow it too hard, but I'm going to do a quick blow. Right, so it is enough to grab someone's attention. Just clicks in like that. And there's also a diamond coated sharpener that you can use to sharpen up your knives, and even the serrations on the knife. And of course, it's got some pliers and wire cutters that I can use to manipulate the snare wire and cut it to length for whatever I need to use it for. It also has a little screwdriver that I can change the bits on. So it has a flathead and Phillips in there. If I'm just using it day to day, maybe, I don't know if there's any screws anywhere else, but it could come in handy. And then I also have a can opener with wire stripper in them. The bottom can be used as either a hammer to hammer in some stakes, and it's also got a carabiner that you can actually use to pull the stakes out. You can also open bottles as well. So a lot of features in this small, well, it's not really small, it's one of the large multi-tools, but it's very convenient. You can attach it to one of your belt loops, or it's also has a pocket clip, And I've included the sheath just so I have a third way of attaching it. I can put that on my belt. You could probably save a lot of space by not having the cases, but I prefer to have that because, for one, it protects the other items as well as itself. So that's everything I pretty much have in this kit. It's not a full kit on its own, but with the other items in the other tins, I believe it makes a pretty well-rounded survival kit. If there's anything I missed in all of these videos, please let me know. Leave comments and subscribe. Sin moved like quite a bit in that video.
Unboxing, not unboxing.
Reverse
Reverse
boxing.
Yeah.
The repackaging. Okay. So I would start with the flatter items. I put this on the side or something. Put this at the bottom. I like to have this on top just so I have it like ready to go in case I need it. And then I put some of the bulkier items in here. I put the organ in there. This fits like sideways. These kind of mesh into each other a little bit. Yeah, so I would start with like the bulkier thing. I'll put this on the other side. And this goes like this right on top. The good thing about this too is like if you look at the tin, like if you put the lid on, it's actually like a little bit taller than the lip. So in terms of water, you can't fit as much, but you can fit a little bit of extra height on whatever you're packing in here. This just goes on top of that. With some of the circular items. I think it should fit like sideways. And the rest of the stuff just kind of.
Look at that.
Where?
See that? The big one.
Get in the video. Zoom in on it. That was cool. Kind of swim up, and I guess, but
What is the weight of that? The box.
what do you think it was?
It's 2 pounds.
Is it?
Or 2 pounds.
It's more.
Maybe 4 pounds.
4 pounds seems maybe more right.
Alright, keep it there. Thank you. Nice.
Good.
Alright.